There's more craziness going on in the world, but I'm going to flip the script a little bit. Glenn Beck, and you don't know what I'm going to say, so don't assume. Glenn Beck is doing a march on Washington in September designed to coincide with the March on Washington by Dr. Martin Luther King, right? The 40th anniversary. He's doing it right there. And a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are pissed off. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be doing it. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Now, for all my liberal peoples, all my liberal peeps, all my progressives, etc., who don't want to see Glenn Beck defiling the honor and the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King, I'm going to tell you right now, before this gets crazy, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Glenn Beck can have a march anywhere he wants to. This is America. That's the whole point. We don't have to agree with him. He don't look nothing like Martin Luther King. He probably ain't going to say the same things, but it's the nation's capital. He should be able to stand up on the mall like anybody else. And if he can get the permits and the processes and people want to go, then let him. That's what makes this nation great. It is the freedom of expression. Now, you are free to say you don't like it, but please do not play yourself like Palin and Schlesinger. Don't bring the First Amendment into it, and don't bring any ideas of, well, he shouldn't do it because it makes us feel bad or it's disrespectful, because then you're just as bad as the people who say don't build the mosque, right? If Muslims should be allowed to build a mosque wherever they want to in this country, Glenn Beck should be allowed to say what he wants to, where he wants to, provided he's got people that want to listen to him. I personally may not choose to be a sponsor of that march. That's up to me. But there's no way that anybody should be challenging his right to do it. It's his right. At a certain level, we as Americans need to take more seriously our understanding of what it means to be American. There are very specific things that separate us from the rest of the world to a large degree. It's the fact that these values, these freedoms, these liberties, these truths, which we purport to hold to be self-evident, are fundamental. They're not elective, right? They're not optional. They're not something you choose to use when you feel like it. They're fundamental. We all have these rights. We all have the opportunity to exercise these rights. And if we do not defend the ability of our brothers and sisters to exercise their free rights, their freedoms as given to us and as codified in the Constitution, if we do not defend their ability to exercise those freedoms, even if we disagree with what they want to say, then we are all the worse for it. Dr. Laura is out of a job or leaving her job, whatever, because she was dumb. She said ignorant things on the radio and she shouldn't have done it. Sarah Palin reinforced the stupidity by claiming that this woman's First Amendment rights have been violated, when if she had read the First Amendment, she would realize that it respects Congress. It focuses specifically on the government, not on whatever company to say we do or do not like this, or my right as an individual to say, Dr. Laura, that was an ignorant thing to say. Why did you say that? Those of you who are looking at Glenn Beck and wondering if he should be having his march, you can agree, you can disagree, you can talk about it, etc. But I beg you learn from watching those that have come before you. Do not combat or counteract or countermand or disrespect his right to do it. This is Derrick Ashong asking you, for the sake of the nation, to not be stupid.